If I'm rubbing my hands together, it's go time. That's where we're going. All right, so we're going to go and dive into question number 1. Whew. Here we go. Dear Matchmaker, all my friends say I'm too picky. How can I tell? Picky Patty. This, I have a lot of questions about this question. How can you tell if you're too picky? Here's what I do with my clients. Whether you're matchmaking, whether I'm helping you with dating and navigating through the dating world, I think you sitting down with yourself and listing what you're truly seeking for in someone, because it depends on what you're picky about. I did a whole episode about not settling and being too picky. I wish that I could tell you how many episodes ago it was, but if you haven't checked that out, please go check it out. If your friends are telling you that you're too picky, you might want to sit back and ask them why. So that's the first thing I would do. I would ask them, why do you think I'm being too picky? Because even though I tell you, oh, your friends might not know the answers, if this is a common thing where people are telling you that you're too picky, I would ask them why. Why do you think I'm being too picky? And really sitting down with yourself and saying, okay, listening. So asking the question and then listening. Okay, why am I being too picky? Or what am I not seeing that you're seeing? Because that can happen. This is part of a coach's job, is to help you see things the way from the outside in. And then sit down with yourself and really look and make a list. I do this with everyone. Make a list. What are you really looking for in someone? And I know that one of the things that I tell my clients is, it's like you're house shopping, and the housing market's crazy right now, right? So you're house shopping and you go into the perfect house, but you don't like the wallpaper. And so you won't purchase the home because you don't like the wallpaper, versus going into the home and looking at the wallpaper and saying, hey, I can deal with that. I can change that wallpaper. Not saying that you're supposed to change someone, but you get it, right? You get it. So number 1, ask your friends what you're not seeing. Why do you think I'm being too picky? Number 2, sit down with yourself and make a list. What am I truly looking for in someone? And make this list accessible. What am I looking for with someone? That's number 1. Number 2, what are my non-negotiables? And it's the non-negotiables that really this equates to what you're being too picky about, because we all have non-negotiables. So an example of non-negotiable is I wouldn't date someone who has kids, or I would date someone who doesn't smoke. These are kind of like life altering changes and lifestyle changes, or lifestyle decisions that people have made. And you know that you don't want that in your life. So those are very strict, very common non-negotiables. And then decide too, where is it gray? And you might not know where the gray area is until you actually meet that person, right? But list what you want, and then list what you absolutely do not want, and then sit with that list. Because if you're saying to yourself that you're looking for a unicorn, then you're going to be looking for a unicorn. You will be single forever. If you're putting out there that I'm trying to find one of a kind, or finding the one, that kind of language, then most likely you are being too picky. I'm going to call you out. You are being too picky. You're not negotiating. You're not compromising. And you will not find someone. So this is really common the older we get, because we get set in our ways, and it becomes more and more uncomfortable to have to adjust our own life and adjust our own lifestyle, especially if you've been single for a long time. This was something that I went through with Brian, because I was single for so long. And then when Brian moved in, there was some I remember saying to myself, oh my gosh, I haven't lived with someone in so long. So there's some negotiation. There's some compromises that happen there. So if you're saying to yourself that you're looking for a unicorn, then you are. That mindset has to change. Looking for a unicorn, looking for the one, that mindset has to change. And these are all things that I work with my clients. So that's the strategy. Look at your non-negotiables, and maybe share your non-negotiables with a friend and say, are these being too picky? Am I being too picky? Or contact me and I can help you walk through it. Because I bet it's not that you're being too picky. I think there's a difference between being selective, right? And knowing your worth, knowing what you deserve, knowing what you are really wanting in your life versus being super picky and not liking a house because the wallpaper. Okay. So that's hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. All right.